Hello, welcome to the first episode of Cinemacast. This is a podcast where we'll talk about all things films. My name's Steve McGilvery.
I'm Malik Headley.
And I'm Jason Ford.
We're just going to be discussing pretty much all things film, top 10 lists, new films that are coming out, directors, actors, whatever. But today we're going to start off with our top 5 movies of 2017. And Malik, we'll start off with your number 5.
All right, so my fifth film for 2017, top 5, is Good Time, starring Robert Pattinson. I don't know who directed it, but
I'm not sure.
I don't know. Had a good time watching it, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
You boys see it? Or?
Just gonna look. So I did see it. Seen it on probably a couple months back because I heard Pattinson plays a good role, but
Yeah, I saw it when it first came out.
I think it's his best performance. Well, the only thing I seen him in was Twilight, so.
I didn't even see
Just gonna
Twilight.
look up.
Exactly. Good that you didn't see that?
No.
Just gonna look up the director.
Not
I
good.
think they're brothers.
The brother, the directors are?
Directors are brothers. Yeah.
It's like two directors, or?
The Safdie brothers.
The Safdie brothers.
One of them actually stars in it. He's the brother. Robert Pattinson's brother.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
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 The mentally challenged.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
okay. I didn't know that.
That was probably one of the most underrated films of the year, though. I think.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it was
Just
great.
got put on Netflix. Didn't hear about it until it was like on that, and a couple of guys were talking about it. So
Yeah. So if you get a chance, check it out on Netflix. It just got put on, and one of the better films of the year. And I don't think many people know about it. So.
Yeah.
All right, Jay. We'll start off with your number 5.
Okay, my number 5 is Baby Driver, director Edgar Wright, and it's a crime film and thriller. And I saw this earlier on in summer. I went with a few friends, and I was really anticipated to see this movie because the soundtrack, when I first saw it, or the trailer,
Yeah, I didn't know really what to think
Nah,
about
it looked
it.
really weird.
When I first seen the trailer, I said, you know what, that doesn't look like a movie maybe that I'd like, but wasn't too familiar with Edgar Wright though.
plus the name. was
see,
weird.
yeah.
So yeah,
I love Edgar Wright.
That's an
All of his
I don't
movies.
really know a lot of his
I
movies.
do love him now, you know, but
Yeah.
I didn't really follow him before this. I didn't even know he made Shaun of the Dead at that point. So
I was at him.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
I didn't even know that.
That Hot Fuzz.
Yeah.
Hot Fuzz.
This is, what is it?
That's funny.
World's End.
World's End, yeah,
World's End,
yeah.
I actually got some good movies.
He also did Scott Pilgrim
First
versus
the
the World.
Yeah, Michael
That's,
Cera.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think Baby Driver's one of the.
Yeah, it's
This
definitely one
movie's
more.
also on my list, but it's
Yeah.
on the exact opposite side of the
Yeah,
spectrum.
yeah, it's definitely, definitely a popular movie this year.
One of the best
Yeah.
films of the summer as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
All right. My number 5 is The Disaster Artist. This is directed by James Franco. Stars James Franco and his brother Dave. Also has Seth Rogen and Zac Efron. If you guys aren't familiar with The Disaster Artist, it's about a movie called The Room that was basically the worst movie ever made. If you get a chance, seriously watch this movie because it is pure comedy and it is so terrible, but they thought they were actually making a good movie. Tommy Wiseau. And James Franco plays Tommy Wiseau, and he basically transforms into him.
Great
And
dialogue.
it was hilarious. Like I've been anticipating this movie for years, and it was so funny, and it was dead on to what the actual, the movie The Room was. And James Franco actually picked up a Golden Globe for his performance, but then things led to another with stuff in the news about him, and that was the end of that.
Leave it at that.
Anyway,
I still,
Also
still haven't seen The Disaster
Yeah.
Artist.
No, yeah,
No,
it's
it's funny.
definitely definitely one of the best of the year in my opinion. Anyway,
Definitely best comedy. Well, it's not
Yeah.
really like a comedy, but it is. It's just
yeah,
funny.
it is, but it's comedy but it also has some.
It's like a weird way of comedy.
Yeah,
but
it
no.
is for sure. Yeah. All right, we'll go to Malik's number 4.
My number 4, I got Blade Runner 2049. I think this is the best looking film
Yeah.
of 2017 for sure, especially with the visual effects. Ryan Gosling gives a good performance, like
Yeah.
usual.
Oh yeah, great actor.
He's always good though.
I actually didn't watch the original Blade Runner, but you don't
yeah.
even need to watch this movie,
No.
honestly.
Yeah,
Well, it's
Yeah.
like the
Which is
first
good for a
hour
lot of
of
people, I
the
think.
original.
Yeah.
It's really old, but it's good though.
I heard a lot of people didn't like this movie for several reasons, but
Cinematography was great. though.
cinematography is amazing.
Yeah.
I actually thought it was a long movie, but when sitting in theaters, it didn't feel that long.
Yeah.
Just because the
It is
story
pretty
was so
long
good.
though. I remember watched it at my house, and there's like 10 minutes left, and I just didn't finish it.
Oh wow!
I don't know. Like I know what's gonna happen, so
Yeah.
I don't need to. but,
Another cool thing, Denis Villeneuve is directing it, and he's Canadian.
Fun fact about him as well is I think he came out with a movie for the past like 5 years.
Yeah, every year.
Sicario, Arrival. He had Blade
Prisoners.
Runner, Prisoners, Enemy, and Sicario 2 is coming out 2018, I think.
Man, he does not have a bad movie.
He actually doesn't
Honestly,
stop
I
either.
didn't know he did all that.
Yeah.
But Enemy is also
That's actually not very underrated.
Yeah.
Good movie.
Warps your head. That's for sure.
For sure.
Yeah, it's definitely weird.
So yeah, that is Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah, nice. Good movie.
Check it out. Jay's number 4. Let's go.
3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, and director Martin McDonagh. And yeah, I remember seeing this trailer at Cineplex, and I was very excited to see it because I thought it looked really cool. And Frances McDormand plays a wicked role, like she usually does, just like a generic role for her.
Yeah,
Just
this is one of her best. Yeah,
badass
sure.
woman, and like Woody Harrelson and
Sam Rockwell.
Sam Rockwell
Sam
too.
Rockwell.
They both got nominated for best supporting. So
And I think that Rockwell pretty much got it locked up for best supporting after he took home pretty much every other award. Same as McDormand really for best actress.
yeah, I say she definitely is gonna
But
win that.
there's
but
another guy, Merritt McDonough. He
This movie was
have bad film,
actually
right?
amazing.
It's probably my
Yeah.
second favorite movie by him.
In Bruges is my
Bruges is my
favorite.
favorite.
It's great.
It's just hilarious.
Yeah.
But this is a good movie.
For anyone looking to watch In Bruges, it is on YouTube for free.
It is on
And
YouTube
you
in
should
HD.
And
Definitely
it's wicked.
give it a watch. Probably one of the best Derek comedy films
Oh, for sure.
ever. But
Mhm.
like Seven Psychopaths, another great movie. But this is probably his most well put together movie.
Yeah,
I
it's
think.
definitely most complete movie. And it's probably gonna win.
And it's original screenplay.
Yeah.
He won this one a Golden Globe for Best Picture, and McDonagh just
Well deserved.
Well
yeah,
deserved,
it's
yeah.
wicked.
Good.
I feel like it's definitely gonna win an Oscar. but-
yeah, I think so. I think it deserves it. My number 4 is Dunkirk, and this is directed by Christopher Nolan. Stars Tom Hardy, Harry Styles, Cillian Murphy, and Mark Rylance. And this was probably one of the most anticipated movies that I've been waiting to see, because I remember seeing the trailer actually a year before it came out, and I seen it was Christopher Nolan, so he doesn't put out a bad movie either. So, but yeah, I was pleased with this movie. It's a classic Nolan where the time lapse is just everywhere and you got to pay attention to it. But if you're in the war movies, and this is one of the best in recent times anyway.
Yeah, it's definitely a good movie to see in theaters too.
That's what
Because
that's
like
what I tell
just like
everyone.
the sound was like if you
Yeah.
saw it in theaters, it's like so much. I didn't see it anywhere else but theaters, but it's so like
Yeah,
good. Like
it's
in
one
theaters.
movie that needed experience in
Yeah,
theaters.
it's better
is
to
the-
experience in theaters. I like watching movies. I don't know if I like watching movies home or in theaters.
I
better.
think it depends on the
on
film.
the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like I watch it alone because like I don't know, I like pay attention more.
Yeah.
As far as Dunkirk goes, biggest complaint I heard about it was just that
enough
there was not enough
dialogue,
blood
yeah.
and like dialogue was one,
Dialogue
like
is
blood and gore was
definitely-
the
yeah.
other one, and like I just
Yeah.
didn't think that was the point of the movie.
Not at all.
No, it's just like
especially-
it tells a good
especially,
story without
yeah.
like having have a lot of dialogue.
I like how Cillian Murphy's character, who plays an absolute horrified
Like officer.
officer,
Yeah.
and
Soldier.
he ends up. I don't want to. Actually, I don't really want to spoil anything, but it just shows that a couple deaths in this movie are not caused by the actual fighting in the war, and there's actually a lot more that goes into it. But
Yeah.
usually it just shows movies that are just the battle, but there's a lot more that actually goes into all this.
Yeah, the movie goes out of its way to not show the
Yeah.
enemy,
Exactly.
It really doesn't, it never does really.
because like the story of different individuals and like their survival, and that's
Yeah, I think there's like 3
pretty much
story
it.
lapses that all
Yeah.
come together in the end.
It definitely is wicked, and the only reason why I think it wouldn't win like many awards is just because the dialogue isn't there.
Yeah.
But like that's like something to try to do though. But,
Something a lot of people don't think about as well as the cinematography in this film. Like they literally just put a camera on the nose of a plane to film the
which
air
is
scenes,
crazy.
and then they
That's-
had the biggest like fleet of ships
Yeah.
and boats ever in film history.
yeah, it's also wicked, like looks wicked.
And
Hans
beautiful.
Zimmer score.
Hans
so
Zimmer.
You
Oh,
can't
God.
go wrong with
Yeah.
Honestly, honestly.
that. Okay, we're at 3 now. Malik with.
Killing of a Sacred Deer, which is
Nice.
Yorgos Lanthimos' film. The second one I saw, first being The Lobster. And this guy just comes out with the strangest films I think you'll ever see in your life.
The most maniacal man.
Oh,
my God.
Cameron is saying, I'll tell you that.
It's the film is just it's hard to explain because like you just have to
Oh,
see
you
it.
can't explain it. It's
yeah,
just so weird.
It's one of the movies that you have to watch it and then it just warps your brain. You have to
Yeah.
wrap your head around it, which is really hard.
Yeah.
I was definitely looking forward to that movie a lot too.
After seeing The Lobster, that's also on Netflix if you want to give that a watch.
Oh, that's the weirdest movie ever
Starring
done.
Colin Farrell, but it is a really, really good movie. But Killing of a Sacred Deer.
Yeah.
There may not be another, more horrifying film, like pure psychological horror at its finest.
Yeah, it's a horror film, but
Yeah,
it's
just
not
like-
it's actually scary. At
The
some points.
concept
Yeah.
and like it doesn't really like
The dry.
it doesn't explain
humor.
how it happened.
Yeah.
but- yeah, and like the way Yargos gets his actors to deliver their lines in this and The Lobster,
Yeah.
and it's just such like a specific way.
Yeah. It's just like
Colin Farrell's like wicked.
Yeah.
dry the whole
Yeah.
time, but like
Yeah.
the topics that they're bringing up are like just insane.
Sometimes you feel bad for laughing too,
You
just
do.
based on the
I do.
situation.
Just 'cause it's so weird.
It's sickening
Yeah.
at some points, but like
But it's funny, though.
It is funny, and
The
that's
dialogue in it is
That's what
like,
he's trying
the
to.
best part too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Colin Farrell.
Yeah,
I think
Colin
one of the
Farrell.
best actors in the
That's
world.
great.
Like,
He's definitely one of the like funniest, but like doesn't try to be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like dry, but it's hilarious.
All right.
Yeah.
Number three.
Number 3 for me is Lady Bird, director Greta Gerwig, and this was very anticipated for me because it was at one point the highest or the best rated film on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
So I remember that was really
It
really wanted to
passed,
see
I think
that.
it passed Toy Story.
Yeah, it did.
Toy Story. Yeah.
Yeah, so and I really wanted to see that, and it didn't come here till late. I remember I went to Halifax, but then we didn't get it. But it didn't come here till late, and
Yeah.
that's good. It's just like a classic, like pretty much just like a classic like teen movie, but
Yeah,
like
it
it's
is.
set like in 2002, which is like kind of like a cool time anyway, because like I don't really watch many
Yeah.
movies that are set then.
Yeah, to see like a 2002 film, you
No.
have to watch films made in
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I
2002.
mean.
No
Like
one
there's
really
not like
tries
for
there's
that,
nothing
right?
like. Well, there is like stuff that happened like during that time, but like it's not really like a time for just like a generic like.
And it's kind of
Yeah,
the same
yeah.
with the movie. Like nothing really happens.
Yeah,
throughout
there's
the whole
nothing
movie,
like there's
but,
something
like,
that's set in 2002 that like makes that movie like be able to like have to be set in 2002. It's just
Yeah,
it is.
yeah,
I
exactly.
think the thing with Lady Bird is like I think everyone can relate to at least something in it.
Yeah, it's just
It's
like
just,
good
like-
acting and like
Yeah.
yeah,
Greta
I like her.
Greta
I like
Gerwig, too, did a
I like
great job.
what's her name a lot too. The Megan. What's her name?
Saoirse Ronan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's like it.
Oh yeah, she's up for an Oscar as well for Best Actress, and yeah, Greta Gerwig does great here.
Yeah, she does for debut
Wrote
for
and
sure.
directed the movie.
Yeah.
exactly.
I remember I read something. It was like the
So
original.
all the best pictures this year that are nominated are written and
Yeah,
directed
that's
by the
first
same
time ever.
person.
Yeah, is it?
Which
Yeah.
is crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Yeah, but it's definitely a good movie if you want to watch it. I'd
You can watch it with anyone really. Like
yeah, it's definitely a
it's
family movie or like a
yeah,
date movie or
for
just
sure.
like yourself. Like I remember I watched it with I think my friends, just like a couple guys,
Yeah.
and it was really good. But yeah, that's my number 3. It's a really good movie.
All right, my number 3 is Get Out. This was written and directed by Jordan Peele. Stars Daniel Kaluuya and Allison Williams. This is also nominated for Best Picture, Best Director, and Original Screenplay. This movie is, well, for me, one of the best this year, but one of the best directorial debuts ever, I think. Just the way that the story is told, like you don't see a movie like this usually. This
Definitely
is
not someone's first
one
movie.
first of its kind.
Yeah.
Like Jordan Peele hits it out of the park with this, I think. And the performance, Daniel Kaluuya is actually up for an Oscar for Best Actor. But yeah, just everything about this movie is great.
Yeah, it's super original.
Yeah.
I think I've seen it 4 times now.
Me too.
I saw it
Yeah.
like twice, and like
Yeah.
the second time I watched it, it's like so much better. Even
Yeah.
though I know what happens, I just like just because like
Pick up on so many more
the dialogue
things,
is
right?
like insane, and like the way he writes it.
Well, my Get Out was my number 2, and
Me also.
it's just like we said, it's just like super original, great story, good acting,
Yeah.
and
Scores.
Jordan Peele. Yeah, does the score as well is actually
Score is
very memorable.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd say it. Yeah.
Just the use of music anywhere, I think, in the
Also,
whole movie.
Has like
Yeah.
one of the best opening scenes.
Yeah.
The
I
guy who
find it.
plays
Yeah, I like that.
Rose's brother, he's also in 3 Billboards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's in a few
Yeah.
movies this year.
Scary.
He's also
this
in
movie.
He's a scary dude, man.
He
Yeah.
is scary. Caleb
Sketchy.
Landry Jones, I believe his name is.
Yeah.
Yeah. He looks like you
he's
crack
definitely-
it.
He does.
He's definitely
Yeah.
up and coming, but he just looks maniacal.
Yeah, he's a scary.
He has
looking
that
dude.
Willem Dafoe look to him.
Yeah, he does. He's like, I don't know, like something about him. He like wild.
He looks horrifying.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, and he fits this Get Out role perfect, especially at the dinner table scene when he's just
Oh god.
losing his mind. But no, Get Out is, if you haven't seen it, it's definitely a must watch, and I'd suggest checking out the alternate ending too because really eye opening.
Sad, dude.
It is very
Very
sad.
sad. I actually
Yeah.
kind of wish it was. I don't know if I wish it was the actual ending, but
Yeah.
it's sad.
All right, we're at number 2 now, and Malik's was Get Out.
Get Out, yeah.
So I guess we'll just.
Unfortunately, mine also was Get Out.
Get Out, no,
Yeah.
Get Out, popular movie. But no, but honestly, Get Out was it. It definitely deserved. It actually got put back in theaters in the States because of how popular it was, and I think.
Didn't it get put up for free?
Yeah,
recently?
it got put up for free, and I think
Yeah,
like
for President's Day or whatever.
That's pretty
yeah, picked up over like it came out over a year ago, which I find crazy because
And people still talk
Yeah.
about it too.
people
which is-
still talk about it, and it's starting to heat up for the Oscar race. Like it just won the Reuters award for best writing for Jordan Peele and stuff, which is well deserved.
Instant classic.
Oh,
film.
big time.
I can see it being a long shot to win like Best Picture. Honestly.
I hope to see this win Best Picture.
Just because like the way it is, like
Just
everyone loves it.
because
It's like
everything-
such a
yeah.
cool like original idea, and like I find like just I don't know like Oscars like fine like I find like Best Picture. It's
Yeah.
always like something like that.
I
Like,
think
something
it
you don't
definitely
think
has
of.
a shot, and he might have a shot for Best Director, but
It's definitely wide open. Yeah,
it is definitely wide open, especially with original screenplay. Like you have this, you have Lady Bird, 3 Billboards. Like, I wouldn't want to be voting there because
No, it's a
there's
tough,
so
tough
many,
year really. There's so many good
good
movies.
All right, 2017 for movies.
This
Mhm.
this
Absolutely
was
amazing.
a great year.
Oh, it was
like,
wicked, and I watched
really good.
pretty much all the ones that are nominated, besides
Yeah.
like the weird, not the weird, but like the categories that like
Yeah.
anime. I don't even know if there's like a cat like like documentary
shorts
ones
and stuff like
yeah.
that, like different ones, like foreign documentaries. And
Yeah, but I watch all
I
like
don't
the main ones.
Plus, our theater horrible for
Oh,
my
getting
God.
films.
God. Okay, we got Lady Bird. We actually, us 3, our buddies Ryan and Corey. Shout out to the Bloises. We went to see Lady Bird like the first week it came out in Sydney, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was something
Walked
like
in
that.
the theater. We were so excited, and the theater was broke, or the projector or whatever. So anyway, we went to see Wonder, which was a pretty good movie.
Pleasant surprise.
Yeah, that was
good movie.
Pleasant surprise.
Honorable mention.
Honorable mention
I
Wonder.
want your mother to
Tear,
cry.
tearjerker for sure.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I was pretty pissed. So then
Yeah,
I
it got
went,
re-released here though again recently.
Yeah, and then I went
Yeah.
the following week and seen it, but
Yeah.
yeah. I find it's just like we get the movies
We get nothing.
way too late.
Yeah, like all the ones that got put in our theaters late only got put in there because of the Oscar buzz. I
Yeah,
think.
like
Exactly.
3
Yeah.
Billboards just got put in there
Yeah.
because it like won like Golden Globe and like it was only in there for like a week.
Yeah, same with Shape of Water.
was
Yeah.
only in for a week.
That's a good movie too.
Yeah, it's another one.
I've yet to watch that one.
That is
Yeah,
good,
it's
yeah.
pretty good.
But it's just like you said though, our theater doesn't seem
No.
to get them on time, and I know it's not their fault. I know it's like the distribution of the
Yeah.
film
Yes.
companies.
Yeah.
But
Like,
anyway,
Jumanji for
we
another.
Yeah, Jumanji for another 5 months. Well, like for instance,
Yeah.
we have Black Panther playing in I think
Pretty sure it's like
3,
three.
3 maybe 4 theaters.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
I know it's the most popular movie right now, but come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like use
Well,
one or
it's
two.
not,
Like
yeah.
everyone that's gonna see it around here probably saw it.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna go see it. Like I'm not saying it's a bad movie, but I'm just not gonna go see it.
Yeah.
But,
I
yeah.
just wish that we would get movies on time so that we could actually
talk about
see them when other people do see them.
Yeah. Usually, for like a lot of people, well, even if you don't have like ways to watch the movies, you can't really watch them until like
Oh
after
my
the
God.
Oscars anyway.
Until they're like released on Blu-ray, which is
Yeah.
not until after the Oscars.
Yeah.
Anyway, I guess we'll go
We'll go to number 1.
Number
Malik,
one.
Malik's number 1.
Well, my number one was I already talked about Baby Driver, but just a point I wanted to bring up about this movie is the editing. It's absolutely amazing because it just syncs up with the music,
Yeah.
and I really hope it wins the Oscar for best editing.
Won a couple things already for best editing.
I think it's
Yeah.
what else is in
Done.
that category? Like Star
Sure.
Wars, like supposed to be winning that
Thanks.
too.
I don't know.
I never saw it, but like
I
I
want
heard.
that
I
one,
think
Star Wars.
it better not.
No, I didn't see it, but I heard it's like edited, like nice, I guess.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, just again the music and the way every scene is basically edited to the music. They actually had the editor on set,
Oh really?
and like just to make sure the scenes matched up with the music.
I couldn't imagine how hard that was.
It must have been tough, but
Yeah.
It's also a pretty like shot movie. Like I like the colors.
It
Like even the
is.
poster like gives
Yeah,
like the way
yeah.
like the movie's gonna look. Like
Yeah.
probably like one of my favorite posters. Like, that came out
the
recently.
poster was
Poster
one of
was
the favorites.
great.
I think
bought it.
all of us own.
We do.
We do.
Yeah.
We all have it just
poster.
because it's so pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like that is a wicked movie. It's probably it's just like a feel good movie too. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just a movie you can watch
It
like
is.
I probably watched like 3 times.
A lot of
I
great
like-
performances too, like Ansel Elgort, Jamie Foxx, John Hamm,
Shane from Walking Dead.
Shane from
Shane
Walking Dead.
from Walking
but I
Dead.
mean,
He's in everything, though.
What movie is he like?
Yeah.
He
He
seems like he's in every
actually
movie.
it's kind of like it's a minor spoiler if you pay attention to it, but he has my favorite line in the movie, and it's the last line he says. But
Really? I haven't seen it in a
I'll
while.
figure that
But
one
I'll
out.
have to look it up.
Yeah.
It does have a lot of like memorable lines though. Like,
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Very quotable.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Definitely a movie you can watch with anyone too.
All right, me and Jason have the same number 1, and it is Call Me by Your Name, and this is directed by Luca Guadagnino. I couldn't believe how unbelievable this movie was.
Yeah,
Like, it blew me away.
Yeah, it's
how
very
good this was.
very powerful movie and very good and kind of, I don't know, no, definitely not underrated. But like,
I think it is underrated because it's not really being talked about at all. For
Yeah.
best,
I still haven't
best
seen it.
the
picture.
people that
Yeah.
saw it, like if you saw it, like there's a lot of people saying like I think it should win an Oscar for Best Picture, but like that's just my opinion. But like
Yeah.
a lot of people that say like watched it say the same thing, just because
And
the performances too.
Timothy Chalamet, remember
Awesome.
that name
Yeah.
because he will be one of the best actors. Well,
Yes.
I mean, he's already up for. I think he's the youngest guy to receive a nomination for an Oscar.
Yeah.
I think he's 23. I don't even know.
22, 23 or something. Like
Anyway,
that. He's also in Lady Bird.
I've only seen stills from the movie, and even
Yeah.
pictures of him in
Oh,
stills are
dude,
some of the
yeah,
best
oh.
acting I've ever seen.
Oh, he's wicked, man.
Yeah.
And the time period is cool. It's in the 80s.
80s, and it's in beautiful Italy,
Oh,
northern Italy, where
yeah.
actually Luca Guadagnino, the director's from.
Yeah, he
So,
lives like right by where they
he's
shot.
right there. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, Chalamet is also in Lady Bird as well.
He's so opposite.
So
One
what
of
a,
those two roles.
what a year for him, and he's also in Hostiles. I haven't seen that yet, but Christian Bale. It's
Apparently
a
that's,
Western movie.
Yeah, apparently that's really.
Apparently that's pretty good.
Like apparently people are like, I don't know. I read something. Apparently it's like really like just like really like
It'll be
made.
remembered,
Yeah,
like-
it's like, gonna be like remembered more than other movies that came out this year. I don't know why, but I'm reading an article about that.
Armie Hammer, which absolutely got robbed of Best Supporting nod.
Armie Hammer's like hit or miss
He
on
is,
a lot
yeah,
of roles,
he
but
is,
I do
yeah.
think he is a good actor.
So do I. Like him
Yeah.
on Social Network.
Yeah, for
I,
sure. That.
yeah.
I haven't actually really seen. I think the only thing I've seen him in was Social Network and that, and
I've
he's
seen him
wicked
in,
in
Noc-
both.
Nocturnal
Superman.
Animals. He's not
Oh
in
yeah,
much,
he's,
so.
he's only in that for a second.
And then he's also in I forget the name of it. It's like it's like a spy movie.
Oh,
The Men from U.N.C.L.E.
The Men from U.N.C.L.E., yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Apparently, I never seen it, but apparently that's really good.
I heard it's decent.
Yeah, like people who watch it actually like it a lot.
Yeah.
And Michael Stuhlbarg, I don't know.
Stu? I don't know how to say it.
Yeah. Anyway,
Michael last name.
yeah,
his name's
Michael's
Michael.
a great actor though.
Yeah.
He is the father in this, and he is in 3 movies this year that are all nominated for Best Picture. But he has one scene in this movie that is one of the most powerful movie scenes that I've seen in the past. Probably, I don't even since I've seen in movies actually.
In a while,
like,
yeah.
like it's
The
just
history of
it's memorable. Like
Yeah.
you'll know this scene.
Yeah, if
when
he
you
was gonna
watch
get
it.
nominated for Best Supporting, it would be
Before that.
because of that scene.
Yeah.
Just because that scene is like ridiculous, and like I actually like felt a lot of emotion during it.
He's also in Shape of Water and The Post.
In the post for like
He's in The Post now.
10 minutes.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
pretty crazy how he's in 3 movies all this year that are nominated.
Yeah.
he's really good in
And,
really good in Shape of Water too.
Shape of Water, yeah. But if you another movie by him is A Serious Man.
That's a flick.
Coen Brothers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
Is that on
flick.
Netflix?
No,
I don't think so,
I don't
no.
think, but I would recommend watching A Serious
That's
Man.
definitely a good movie.
Yeah.
It's so funny, but it's not.
It is,
Yeah. It's like most Coen Brothers films. Like it has that dark humor,
Oh,
but
big
it's
time. Yeah.
it's less violent. It's more based in
Just
reality.
like sadness,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
like his life's just sad, and like it's just like it's not comical, but it is.
No.
It shouldn't be comical,
Yeah.
but it is. Like it's
You
funny.
can't help but laugh at it, honestly.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, we're gonna go. That was our. My number 2 was 3 Billboards, but we already talked about that.
Is there
yeah.
any other films came out in 2017, like honorable mentions that you guys have?
I would say just probably a couple I have that already been talked about, like Killing of a Sacred Deer.
Yeah.
I think that's I don't know, maybe most people, I don't know what they would think of that film, honestly.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what most
Like your
people
average-
yeah,
It's
like
definitely
Yeah,
for a
we'll be going.
select
it's for a
crowd.
select, yeah.
If you like dark humor and like dark concepts, I guess that could be.
Because like we said about The Lobster, like
Yeah.
I don't know if like the average person would like that movie, but I loved it.
Like my sister watched A Killing of a Sacred Deer and she loved it,
Yeah.
and so did my mom, and she hated it.
Yeah, that's,
She
that's
just-
true.
Oh, your mother saw it?
Yeah,
I
she
can
did.
see
She's
that.
like-
I can see my mother would hate that movie,
Yeah.
and it's just because it's so weird and dark.
Yeah.
But like I like it. He's definitely like the most like original director
Oh,
I've
big
seen in a
time.
while.
Yeah.
Another honorable mention I have is Lady Bird. We talked about that, but Wind River.
Mm-hmm.
that was a movie that is probably the most underrated of this year, in my opinion, and it's not on, like...
Wasn't nominated for
No, it wasn't nominated for not a single thing. I didn't know what to think of it when I first watched it. Didn't really know what it was about. Jeremy Renner and Taylor Sheridan directs it. He, I think he also wrote Hell or High Water.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
yeah,
It's
but-
on Netflix.
It's
Yeah.
also a great movie.
That's
Yeah.
a really good movie.
But Wind River is one of them. Of course, Shane from The Walking Dead. What's his name?
It's Shane from
Just
The
Shane.
Walking
I
Dead.
Dead.
That's
That's
just
his
how I
name.
know.
He's in it, though.
He's in it, of course. Wouldn't be a movie if he
No,
wasn't.
he's in it for also 5 minutes. But
But
that is a wicked movie. That should be top 10.
That was
If I
for
had
sure.
a top 10 list.
That would probably be my
on it.
10 just to sneak it in there because
Mhm.
it didn't get enough recognition.
No, it definitely didn't. It came to theaters here though, and I just saw it. We saw it for I don't know why we saw it. Just
No, just. And the last honorable mention I have is Phantom Thread. This is Paul Thomas Anderson, who could be my favorite director. And Daniel Day-Lewis, who was the best actor
Ever?
maybe to ever live.
Yeah.
It's about a dressmaker, and he's just I don't even know how to explain him, but
It's not really like a plot
nothing
to it.
really
Yeah.
happens this whole movie, which is why I think maybe people won't enjoy it as much. But I think it was a very well put together movie. The direction, the score was great, and the acting was unbelievable.
Yeah, it's definitely a dialogue heavy movie, like
Yeah.
acting heavy movie. Apparently, it's Daniel Day-Lewis's last role too.
So yeah, that's pretty sad.
So that's also a reason why you
He's-
must watch it.
He has said that before.
He said that
He
before.
definitely said that
so,
before,
like-
but I hope he's lying.
But I mean, I had to give it a watch when Paul Thomas Anderson, Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
their
just a good movie anyway.
First movie, There Will Be Blood, is an absolute masterpiece. So
That movie
yeah.
is, I think, technically the best film
Oh.
ever.
I'd say it's
man,
definitely my top 5
that
like of
movie
all
is-
time.
If you haven't watched There Will Be Blood, it's on Netflix.
Oh, was it on Netflix now?
Yeah, strongly recommend watching that.
Oh, that's.
Is it on there?
It's on
Okay,
Netflix,
yeah, I remember seeing
Yeah,
that.
I remember seeing it a bit ago. That is the acting.
Probably my favorite ending scene in a movie ever.
Mm-hmm.
That's my honorable mentions.
Mine. Let me see what mine are. I think they're a lot of the same as yours. I think they're actually all the same as yours. The only one that I could see, it made Malik's top 5, but Good Time. That's just like
Good time, yeah.
That's a good
Yeah.
movie. Like if you're just home, like I don't know, like it's just a good movie to watch. The acting's good and the story's like original.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's underrated movie, like we said.
It was definitely like, I don't know. I feel like it was definitely like a low budget movie too. Like it looks at
Yeah,
least.
I really like the aesthetic of the movie. There's a
It
lot
looks
of
it's so like
neon stuff.
yeah, I
in
like the
there.
neon.
It
of
is.
it.
Yeah, it's not.
The score.
It's
too.
not like very overdone like
No.
you see in other films.
No.
But yeah, the score it fits it perfectly.
Does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why like I wanted to watch it actually. I think it was because like the trailer,
Mhm.
like the way it looked like it was like gonna be like cool. But yeah, that's like my honorable mentions would be that. Everything else was talked about.
My honorable mentions are John Wick Chapter 2, which I think John Wick is like the best modern action films.
Yeah.
Like it's bringing back old things, but like throwing away stupid things from the old times, like never having to reload
Yeah,
your
exactly.
gun.
Yeah.
But it's just a fun movie.
Oh yeah,
I
this
think.
is a love movie by people.
Like the
Both.
acting isn't like extremely great.
No.
Keanu Reeves is like he's
a lot
decent,
of the shots are boring.
Yeah.
But like when it comes to the action, it's hard to find anything
Yeah.
better. Like
Yeah.
modern.
Exactly.
Another one is Mother.
I've yet to see that.
Aronofsky
Yeah.
or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Jennifer Lawrence.
This movie's just it's just crazy.
Yeah.
It's not like extremely like it was hyped to a level that I don't
Yeah.
think it should have been on, but
Yeah.
it's definitely worth the watch. And
Is that the same guy from or what's that one?
Have you heard about him? The No Country for Old Men?
Yeah, him. That's it,
yeah,
right?
he's in it. Yeah.
Okay, I thought that was him, but I couldn't tell. kinda
He
looks
does really
different.
good in it.
He
I
also
like
is a
him.
menacing person. Just looking at him.
He actually
he's a good actor, but he's not in
He
many
is,
movies.
He's in Skyfall as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's the villain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you gotta be a villain in
Gotta be
everything
a
he's in.
villain.
Yeah, look at always bad guy.
Oh, he's a weird guy. That's why.
And for my last one here, I have Stephen King's It, which
Yeah.
the movie it was surprising. I went into that thinking it was going to be awful.
So die.
Most
But-
remakes are.
Yeah. The only issue I have with it is that I did not find it scary at all.
Me either.
It was basically a comedy, that
Yeah.
had like dire consequences. I don't know. It's just hard to explain.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't scary. There was no scary parts.
No,
maybe
but
like
it
one or
had,
two.
it had really good
Pop-ups.
jokes.
Yeah,
The
But-
the
yeah.
kid actors and that, like, they did great.
they did do very
Also,
good.
like,
They were the best part, I think.
The makeup effects were like pretty good too, like the practical effects.
Oh yeah, big time.
And yeah, but as far as like kid actors go, I think they got some of the best in the business for this
For
movie.
sure.
They definitely got funny ones.
Yeah, exactly, extremely
Yeah,
funny ones.
Which was like it was a funny movie.
I feel like they're gonna grow up as kind of like our version of James Franco and Jonah
Yeah,
Hill, Seth
that'd be nice.
Rogen.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be very nice.
Yeah.
When are they making them? They're making a sequel soon, aren't they? For it?
For it? Yeah, because like they have to. I forget
'Cause, like,
what
it's like
year.
the
It's
old-
like the next part, like chapter 2 coming
Yeah.
whenever.
Like the girl that plays in Molly's Game. That's also a good movie. Could be an
Molly's
honorable
Game.
mention.
Honorable
That's an
mention.
honorable mention, yeah.
We've seen that in theaters just a couple weeks ago, actually.
Yeah.
I think it was a bit too long.
Was a
Definitely,
bit,
yeah.
It was. I think it was more than 2 hours, actually. Aaron Sorkin directed it, and he also wrote The Social Network.
Yeah.
This was his directorial debut, actually.
Was it?
And that was very good. Just like the...
He's usually a writer, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He's one of the best writers in the
He's
world.
like, yeah,
he's
usually,
known.
he's always a writer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the whole concept of Molly's Game is she used to have poker games in Hollywood that were like crazy buy-ins, like
Big
the top
celebrities,
big
so-
celebrities,
yeah.
and people who used to go there were guys like DiCaprio, Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, but the biggest guy I know was Tobey Maguire, which I found pretty hilarious.
Yeah, that was
Because I
It's
couldn't
Tobey
imagine.
Maguire.
played by Michael Cera.
Yeah, played by Michael Cera. I couldn't imagine Tobey Maguire running tables.
No.
Oh man,
But apparently he
I
was.
think I could.
I guess.
Yeah, he's a bad guy in real life.
Oh, apparently, yeah. Apparently he would not rig the games, but like he would boss you around and he would,
Yeah.
he'd just like call you out, but.
Well, in a sense, like there was a part in the movie where he kind of was.
Oh yeah, it showed.
up to
and,
something,
yeah,
yeah, like rigging.
yeah. But no, that was one of the most surprising movies of the year because I didn't really think too much into it.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently there. What's the girl's name? The main actress.
Jessica Chastain.
Yeah, I think
I
they're
believe.
casting her for the same girl as the redhead in the It one.
Oh,
Like the new
okay.
one.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that would make sense.
Yeah, just because they kind of they don't really look the same, but they
Beverly,
kind of do.
yeah.
The one
Yeah.
thing I had to say though about Stephen King is I wish they would stop pushing out movies at the volume that they are.
The thing that scares me and makes me just kind of angry is the fact that they're making a sequel to The Shining.
Yeah, that's gonna be
that's-
bad.
That true.
Well, I'm not gonna
bothers
say
me.
it's gonna be bad, but I hope it's good. But I feel like it's something that shouldn't be made.
I don't know, like don't know if it's gonna be bad or good, but it's certainly, in my opinion, unnecessary.
Mhm.
Oh, big
Just
time.
how good it
You
is.
shouldn't even bother with that. No,
Yeah,
just
well,
leave it be.
The main problem that came from it was so successful that they decided to push the majority of Stephen King's books into movies again because they're like, this made so much money.
Exactly.
So
What's that new one that
Yeah.
came out? It's on Netflix. Apparently, it's actually.
Apparently that
It's,
Gerald's Game
yeah,
is
apparently
pretty
Gerald's Game.
good. I
Mhm.
haven't seen it, but
I think it's
I
on
don't know.
Netflix.
but I think
apparently it's okay.
we can all agree though that they're just making way too much Stephen King movies.
Yeah. Well, they know it's like the big
They'll
ones
know-
with some money.
They'll make money no matter
Or
what.
make money.
But so will Jumanji though, right?
Yeah,
oh, Jumanji's been making money.
Yeah.
What's it like? It almost made $1 billion, didn't it?
Yeah.
A movie you guys seen, but I haven't. The Florida Project.
Florida Project. It's
Okay.
pretty simple. Like it's a simple movie.
Yeah, it's
one of the most nicest shot movies of the year.
I wish I saw it in theaters.
Yeah,
Because-
Willem Dafoe is nominated for Best Supporting for it. And the brother from Get Out, actually,
Okay.
he's also in the Florida Project. Not for long, but
Who is he in it?
he's I think he's Willem Dafoe's son. He plays.
Oh, he comes helps him?
Yeah, he comes and helps
okay,
him.
yes, I remember that. I didn't know who that was.
But Sean Baker, the director, he made one other film, Tangerine. It's
Okay,
on
I've heard of
Netflix,
that.
and he makes movies on a crazy low budget. Like he shot movies with an iPhone 5, and he would like release them, and they would actually
I
be
think
good. yeah.
Tangerine was.
I think so, yeah.
I saw a couple scenes from it.
I haven't watched the movie, but I plan to on Netflix. But Florida Project is definitely one of the most underrated, and he was almost nominated for Best Director just because of everything that it's kind of like against all odds with them, right?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say it didn't have a big budget.
No,
that movie.
no way.
It's
Yeah.
really nice. Like it's really pretty though.
It is
Like the
very
way like
nice.
all the shots, like the colors. It's really like I
And
don't know who did that, but like
The child actors too were great.
They are good,
Yeah.
yeah.
And they're very young. Like
oh, they're only
they
like
were
6 or
5
7 or
6 years
something
old.
like that. Yeah.
Wow. Well, another movie that I think was pretty good in 2017, honorable mention, is Thor Ragnarok. I don't know if the boys
I
have
haven't
seen
seen it.
I haven't
No.
seen it, but it's funny. I heard.
As far as like that's what I consider. Like, I did not consider it an action. I considered it a comedy.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as Marvel movies go, like, just the aesthetic of this movie was way better than some of their more recent ones.
Yeah. Apparently the comedy was actually decent.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
not
it was.
stupid comedy that you just shake your head at.
My brother saw it. He said it was probably his favorite movie. He saw it in a while just because it was funny. Yeah.
It's one of the better Marvel movies. That and like the Guardians of the Galaxy series is better for Marvel.
Yeah.
I think.
Guardians, big time. Especially just the soundtrack alone.
The soundtrack
is
amazing.
Yeah.
Is there any movies that the guys think were bad?
That came out this year?
2017.
Oh, there is some brutal ones.
One didn't I like?
I just seen Black Panther, and I honestly didn't like it. Like I can see why it was loved. I think I like the cast. I like every one of them. I like previous movies. The director Ryan, what's his name? Coogler.
Coogler or something.
Yeah.
It kind of sounds like Cougar.
Yeah, Fruitvale Station and Creed were good movies.
Good movies, yes.
So I mean,
he's director.
He directed them, and I'll star Michael B. Jordan. But I don't know. I guess it's just because I'm not the biggest Marvel fan or anything. Like I'm not really into superhero movies, so I don't know. That might be the reason. I think it was a little too long too.
Definitely. The movie I think was like super generic.
Yeah.
Too long for sure. Some of the writing I did not like at all.
There's some cringeworthy jokes that just made me like.
Yeah, like I could feel the cringe within the whole theater watching it.
Definitely.
But I did like the soundtrack because that was different for a Marvel movie.
Soundtrack was wicked.
And the actors were decent. But I do like this director. I just don't like this film.
Michael B. Jordan was probably my favorite part of it. Maybe.
Yeah, I think
I liked him. He wasn't in it much, but
he was the antagonist.
Yeah,
he plays a good villain.
He does.
He does. I think he was like. I kind of think he was somewhat justified in the things he was doing. Huh?
Yeah, I heard that.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah,
I definitely agree.
I find that's good though when you can like kind of reason with like. I find like when you like the villain, it's like a better movie.
Yeah.
That's like what I find at least.
It's a good villain at least, which Marvel doesn't often have.
No, I couldn't even tell.
Oh, they have some pretty bad.
I guess Loki,
especially with the.
Say him.
Loki's like kind of a villain.
Yeah, but he's like, you know what I mean?
He's flips and
he's
flops.
likable though.
Yeah.
Like you kind of like him, but you don't like hate him.
But like I said, one of the
Yeah.
reasons why I don't think I like this film as much as like other people is because I'm just not really a big Marvel guy or nothing. So I could see how people do like this, but I'm not. I don't follow that stuff, or I just went to see it because I just heard it was a good movie, and it's obviously the biggest movie right now.
Yeah,
so.
Most superhero movies are hitting like that, Marvel type level where it's like they're trying to get everybody in to see a pretty generic movie when they should be trying to hit like Christopher Nolan Dark Knight trilogy type of movies.
Yeah.
Like they don't have to be that dark, but at least more compelling.
Something different.
Yeah.
The dialogue could be better too.
Yeah.
I know it's the highest rated like Marvel movie that came out. On Rotten Tomatoes. I don't know about IMDb. I think it has like a 96 on Rotten Tomatoes.
I'm trying to think of other bad movies that I've seen this year.
For me, I got a little flack for this somehow. Star Wars Episode 8?
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet actually, but
I haven't seen it either.
I never really planned that.
I think I rated the movie like a 6. I did not like it.
Yeah, you didn't get a good rating. I remember reading it.
There was like this rumor going around that I got up and walked out of the theaters because I didn't like it. Which is just it's not something I do. Honestly, someone's dragged my name to the mud, but
someone's watching it.
I guess they're big Star Wars fans. Yeah. If I really like Star Wars, I'd say I'm a pretty big fan. But
yeah, the old ones are really good, and even like the last one wasn't horrible, but it wasn't that good.
Yeah, I try to base movies on their own merit. Like if it's like a Star Wars movie, it's not automatically good for me because I like Star Wars.
Yeah, it's just like you gotta.
It's
just the movie, like
the movie on like technical aspects, writing.
Exactly. Yeah.
There can be bad things within things you like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, big time.
What didn't you like about it?
It's hard to get in without spoiling. But just on a general basis, the story alone, just did not like it. There's just so many different routes that they could have went that would have been way better.
Yeah. I don't know if I like what's his name? He's in he's like the I don't know his name. He's like the Darth Vader equivalent in that movie.
Oh.
Okay, I know who you're talking.
You know his actor's name? He's in
Anyways.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was gonna say I don't know his name, but I don't know if I like him as like the villain. Funny's just like
Kylo Ren.
yeah, Kylo
the guy
Ren.
who plays
Like the guy who plays
Adam Driver.
Adam Driver. Yes,
Is that
that's
who it
his
is?
name. But I don't know if I like him as a villain.
I like him as an actor.
Yeah,
but
he's a good actor.
He's too goofy.
Yeah, he is.
To
Like,
even-
even like that picture, like you see the picture
Inside
going
Llewyn
around.
Davis, like
Yeah, he's just
him
like
in that.
He's like
Yeah.
a goofy guy, but he's funny. Like he's actually a funny guy, and he's a good actor. What
He
was
was,
that movie we saw
to be
this year?
honest, Adam Driver was one of the plus sides of that film.
Oh really?
I find he's one of the only people that have a character arc that I care about or that's
Yeah.
actually interesting.
He's actually a good actor.
He has a
though,
lot
so
of
like he
internal
actually like
conflict.
I do
yeah.
like him acting.
What was the
Yeah.
movie we saw this year?
Logan Lucky.
Logan
That
Lucky.
was-
That's surprisingly good.
That's surprisingly good. I don't think
Daniel Craig.
that got any
Yeah.
credit.
Oh, it definitely
No.
did. And people that were in the theater with us, I remember one girl was walking out and saying she hated
She
it.
hated it, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I should have really disliked it, but I liked it. And it was
And,
like it was a cool
yeah,
concept
It
and
was
it
funny.
was funny. Daniel Craig too who plays a funny role.
Channing Tatum. I think it was based on a true story, which was crazy.
Oh, yeah, it was,
You know, the whole Sebastian Stan, I think his name is.
Yeah. Yeah, but Adam Driver, he's
Seth
in that.
MacFarlane was also in it.
He is, yeah.
Yeah.
But Adam Driver, he's a funny guy in that. He's a funny guy in a couple movies.
I think another movie that I think was one of my favorites this year, not top 10 or anything, but The Meyerowitz Stories. And that is on Netflix. Adam Driver's in that for a quick second.
Yeah.
But this stars Adam Sandler and Ben Stiller, and Noah Baumbach is the director, and Dustin Hoffman is in it. But I think it's kind of a boring movie, but it's probably one of the best Netflix put out this year.
Yeah, I'd say it's definitely
Something good to watch on
Adam
Netflix
Sandler's
anyway.
best role in
I think
a
so.
while. He has not been putting out good movies.
Since Punch Drunk Love.
Yeah.
Which
Probably.
was his best role ever.
Basically up until and after Punch Drunk
Yeah.
Love. Yeah.
Some people might think it's, movies like Happy Gilmore,
Happy
and
Gilmore
stuff,
is, like,
which are
one
great
that comes up.
movies, but
Yeah.
I definitely don't.
his for he actually takes on a serious role in these movies. So
There was like
it's
an
a little different.
Adam Sandler era of
Oh, big
comedy,
time, yeah.
and it went.
Every
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah, he was in
Yeah.
every comedy.
And I like them because they're funny, but they're
Yeah.
stupid.
Kind of like how Zac
Stupid, yeah.
Efron seemed like he was in every comedy the past.
2016,
like
he was in, like,
2016, he was in
every
every
three
comedy,
movies.
yeah.
Was his.
He's set to star in a Ted Bundy biopic.
Oh, really?
That should be pretty good.
He looks like
I
him.
think. Yeah.
Kind of. You like look at them side by side, he kind of looks like him.
As far as movies I didn't like, another one was Wonder Woman. I think
Wonder
this
Woman,
movie
yeah.
also got
That was way
overhyped.
Yeah,
like,
that was overhyped for sure.
it was
Yeah.
just mediocre
Yeah.
in pretty much every aspect. Like I did like the two main performances by
Chris Pine.
and what's her name?
What's her name?
Plays Wonder Woman.
G something.
Yeah. I should know this, but anyways, the rest of the movie, like the villain, it was awful. The movie was cheesy.
Oh, it doesn't even look good for it to be like such a high budget movie.
No.
You know what I mean? Like it doesn't like look like a nice movie. Like even the special effects.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons that it got as hyped up as it did is that it was better than, say, like the Justice League and Batman v Superman, other DC movies that came out, and like people see like a half decent DC movie.
Gal
Gadot.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, Gal. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, the only reason was like I think it was seen to be so good because literally every DC movie that came out like recently are like horrible. Like Batman vs Superman,
yeah.
horrible.
Brutal.
Justice League, horrible.
They're so bad, but even before they come out, people don't give them a chance.
Yeah, they're like
You know
movies
what I
that come
mean?
out like
I
you know they're
wanted
coming
them
out.
to.
Like yeah, like I do.
I don't blame Ben Affleck one bit
No.
for trying to get out of that Batman role.
No, I don't.
I think that was.
That's
I know
really his career.
I mean, he's making millions and millions of dollars, but oh my God,
He's making bad.
What do you
bad
think
movies.
of the rumors going around about Joaquin Phoenix maybe getting the role of the Joker?
Joker? I think
in that
would be.
standalone movie?
I don't think there should be a Joker standalone movie myself.
I feel like
If it's not DC, it wouldn't be DC though, would it?
it's like a certain.
I think it would
'Cause
maybe.
Or
is it
Jared
like a-
Leto plays the DC.
I know.
version.
Yeah, it'd probably have to be different. Eh?
Martin Scorsese's producing it though, and Todd Phillips, who directed The Hangover, all the Hangovers, Old School,
Old
Due
School.
Date. He's
Okay.
directing this.
That's so weird.
I think
for
that
him.
I think
Yeah,
that
yeah.
could be. I think that could be good though.
Well,
It could be
the
definitely good.
Joker needs like I guess comedic elements.
Apparently, it's more of like a crime movie, like
I think it's
gritty,
set in the 80s.
gritty
isn't it?
crime. You know what I
It's
mean?
like set in like the 70s or 80s or something like that.
The thing is, although like I'm not completely for like a standalone Joker movie because a lot of things like Joker there should be a
Yeah.
Batman type of thing.
Yeah.
But as far as the Joker as himself, he would make a good anti-hero character, which
Big time.
is like some of my favorite characters ever.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's Joaquin Phoenix too,
Yeah.
who is probably my favorite actor, I think that
That's like, yeah.
I would definitely give that a watch.
Oh, yeah.
That's the reason why I'm excited for it. If it was like a Heath Ledger, well, if he was still around, but if it was like a Heath Ledger standalone, that would also.
It's tough to even
Fantastic.
it's tough to pull out the Joker these days because Heath Ledger
Yeah.
did the Dark
Yeah.
Knight, and he had such a good role that it's almost like everyone after he's just not good enough.
Not
And
really even, Jared Leto doesn't really even play. Like, he's alright, but the movie itself
really?
is bad.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
Suicide
like, I wouldn't
Squad,
say he's like a good point in that movie.
Yeah, and Tommy Wiseau wants the role of the
Tommy
Joker
Wiseau.
so
He does.
bad.
He's such a
he
goof.
looks he would
Yeah,
look
he-
good as the Joker because he kind of looks.
Nobody sound
You
like
have to
Joker.
get somebody to dub his
I
voice
don't
over.
know what the sound of it would be though. If you guys don't know,
New Orleans.
if you guys don't know who Tommy Wiseau is, just look up an interview.
Yeah.
He says he's from New Orleans, but
I am the
there's
Joker.
no
Ha
way.
ha ha.
He's the most cartoon man I've ever met in my
Yeah.
life. Well, I didn't meet him, but I've ever seen in my life.
You are tearing me apart, Batman.
Yeah. Another
Funny, though.
another upcoming rumor about just movies in general is Tarantino's new movie, which is kind of on the almost Sony near dropped it because of all the recent allegations of him involving
Are they? I wonder if they're
Uma
still
Thurman?
thinking about
Uma
dropping it.
Thurman.
but they're letting it go now.
Oh, are they?
They're greenlighting it.
Okay, good.
And this is rumored to be DiCaprio signed on. Rumored to also be Tom Cruise, Margot Robbie, and obviously Samuel, because it wouldn't be a Tarantino movie
Yeah.
without him.
Yeah.
And
Is he rumored to be it, or is he
someone
just there?
I don't.
I just assume
yeah,
he is.
Brad Pitt's also rumored, but this is set in 1969. It follows. The main story is not the Manson murders, but it's following it.
It's a good backdrop.
It doesn't have a
Story
name
thing.
yet,
Yeah.
but it's set to be released next summer. So, but
That's gonna be fantastic.
obviously, I'm looking forward to seeing that. It's
Just with the cast itself.
I'm sure every film lover would be.
Hopefully it's good. His last couple, I like his last movie, like Tarantino's, but
Yeah.
it's not like, I don't know. They've been getting worse, I guess, but like he's such a good director, so
Yeah.
we can't really.
Yeah, and as far as like the whole thing with Tarantino, goes, what he did wasn't like the greatest thing ever. He made
No.
Uma Thurman drive a car.
But he definitely
And it ended
regretted
up
it.
crashing.
Did you see the
Right
video?
after.
I saw the video. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
actually
It
horrifying.
is
but-
pretty scary video. She hits it pretty
Videos
hard.
out there basically in Kill Bill.
Yeah, if you don't know what we're talking about,
Yeah.
basically, during all these Hollywood allegations against people and Harvey Weinstein, Kevin Spacey, these guys, Uma Thurman said she's ready to tell her story, and what happened was, among other things, Tarantino made her drive a car for the movie Kill Bill, and what happened is the brakes cut out or something
Yeah,
happened.
she didn't know how to
She didn't know how to
drive.
drive.
She didn't know how to drive,
Yeah.
and it was
She wasn't comfortable.
it was down a straight road apparently, but she did end up crashing and suffering injuries that she still has to this day.
Yeah.
And but even to her own account, Tarantino was very remorseful and he regretted it.
You can see in the video right after he runs
Yeah.
up there, obviously, because his star just crashed. But he even said today that's the biggest regret he had in his film career,
Yeah.
is making her do that.
Yeah. But yeah, I think he ended up he almost lost a lot of stuff over it, but
He did, yeah. He also got in trouble for backing up Roman Polanski a bit, which I can see how people were mad about that.
yeah.
But I think I don't know. I think I wouldn't want to see him lose the Sony. Wouldn't want to see Sony drop the movie over, because I'm just excited for the movie, to be
It's
honest.
gonna be a good movie. Yeah,
But,
it's definitely not something good that he did, but
yeah.
what can you do?
So you get any questions? Questions? What was it?
Yeah, I got some questions here. We kind of answered one earlier. We're talking about
Black Panther.
movies we didn't like, and that was opinions
Yeah.
on Black Panther, and I think we covered that. And another one is for you guys, biggest influencers, and I'm guessing within films, because we do make movies. If you don't know, and obviously we have people that influence our, I guess, style or just
Yeah.
decisions, just kind of people we sort of look up to.
Yeah, exactly.
Jay?
I say we're I look up to probably Tarantino a lot. I say the way we do stuff. It's kind of not like trying to like steal his way, but like
Like
it's just,
he has like a very specific style.
yeah,
Yeah.
like you can't really steal his way because his way is like so like
A
like,
Tarantino movie's a Tarantino movie, but I know what you mean.
yeah, like if I saw a movie and I didn't know it was from like if you didn't tell me the director and I watched it and it was from Tarantino, I could be able to tell just the way he like directs and like
Yeah, I think you could tell if you watch our short films, Highland Films, by the way. Highland Films. Take a
Plug, yeah.
look it up on YouTube, Twitter. We got an Instagram. I think we have 5 short films out right now.
Yeah.
But I think if you watch our latest
Last
one,
one.
Marco, you could just tell that we're Tarantino. We love Tarantino, everything he does.
Yeah,
so
his movies are
big influence
yeah,
for
it's like
us.
the still shots and like
Yeah.
the zoom ins and like the kind of like
Funny dialogue that
Funny
in a
violence.
situation where you wouldn't see, like you wouldn't be
Yeah.
like that.
yeah, you wouldn't want to be in it. It's just funny. Yeah, I say we take a lot from him. Like not a lot, but like
Yeah, I think for me, Stanley Kubrick is going to be forever the biggest influence. I think the reason why I started loving films so much is because I watched The Clockwork Orange a couple years back, and I just started following all of his stuff. But in my opinion, he's the best director ever, and
it's a scary movie.
he doesn't have he doesn't have a bad movie. And another guy that's making movies right now is Paul Thomas Anderson, which I think is another guy that doesn't have a bad movie.
I think he's probably.
The modern, like, I wouldn't say
like
some of his
it's
shots.
hard for me to say this, but like I want to say like one of the best living directors
Yeah.
today, for sure. Like
Oh, definitely.
Paul Thomas Anderson.
Paul Thomas Anderson. Yeah, like the fact that we
yeah.
like live at the same time. Like
Yeah,
there's gonna
it's
be like
pretty
we look at
ridiculous,
directors
yeah.
sometimes that are like dead now.
Like
that,
done
like,
or-
you know,
yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
oh, if I lived through that, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah,
But like
we're living through like 3 like well, not like more than 3, but like 3 like really like
yeah,
gonna be
when it
known
comes
as
to
like good
P.T.
ones.
Anderson,
Yeah.
amazing.
Great.
Yeah,
There were some shots in There Will Be Blood that reminded me of actually Kubrick.
The end
Big
scene
time.
for
Oh,
sure.
yes.
Some of the shots, just the way it was, the
Same
way it
with the
looked.
pacing of his films.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, I like Dark there too.
But
Yeah.
that would be probably my influences anyway.
Yeah, both of them are fantastic.
Yeah, both of those guys, Stanley Kubrick and P.T. Anderson. But someone that's been a recent influence on me is David Lynch,
Yeah.
and he just makes I don't know, just weird films. I
He's
guess
a
I just like
character.
weird things.
Yeah.
But most famous for, I'd say, Twin Peaks,
Twin Peaks, yeah.
his show, and he also has a prequel movie, 3 seasons of it. I only seen the first 2. Last season just came out last year,
Oh, really?
and it's just
You love it.
mind-boggling experience. Yeah, like it's the comedy in it is great as well. And another person I'd say kind of influences me is David Fincher.
Oh, yeah.
David Fincher is
Yeah.
Great films, yeah.
Just like the types of films he tackles, like
Mhm.
mostly like
Dark.
kind of like noir, type
crime.
things.
Dark,
Crime.
Yeah, you can tell he's obsessed with serial killers.
He's very
Like, obsessed.
very obsessive.
Yeah. But he doesn't make a bad film either, actually.
Yeah.
What's your favorite movie by him?
By Fincher.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a tough
He
one.
did Zodiac, didn't he?
He did
Zodiac is a great movie.
I saw that recently.
A lot of people love Fight Club.
That's probably definitely his most famous.
I'd say
Most
it's-
famous movie. Yeah.
My favorite is Social Network, actually.
Social Network.
Which probably wouldn't be a lot of people's favorite, but
That's just a good movie anyway. Like that's
Yeah.
just like a great movie.
and to think a movie about the making of Facebook, really you wouldn't think it'd be that good.
Yeah.
But
He also does
the
makes
acting
it
is
great,
unreal.
Gone Girl,
Gone Girl,
which is amazing.
great.
But like you said, Zodiac,
good
I
movie.
think is probably one of my favorites, just because the subject material
Yeah.
Mhm.
is really good. Jake Gyllenhaal, one of the best actors today,
most
gives,
most underrated actor today.
he gives an amazing,
100%.
amazing
Mhm.
performance in that.
He does play a really good role. It's like that was like probably got to be one of his like first like major roles too. Besides like
Yeah.
Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah.
Donnie Darko.
Kind of. Yeah.
And,
I don't really know what else.
that's
was
on
in it.
what's Nightcrawler.
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 She got snubbed
That's a great movie.
big time, and
Oh, yeah.
she actually stronger. He plays a great role this year.
I have to see that still.
But yeah, Nightcrawler though, he for sure got snubbed there because that is a great role.
David Fincher also does a couple of the episodes in the new Netflix series Mindhunter,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and I'd say like for that show, the first and last episode kind of weren't as good, but everything in between I thought was really good.
Yeah,
It's definitely his style to it.
I couldn't
Yeah.
get into it just the first episode. I don't know why.
First-
but
yeah.
I didn't really get a
The
chance.
first 3
to.
I watched and like it was okay. Like,
Yeah.
I'd watched it because the ratings they went down, but like at one point they were like ridiculous, like really good. But like
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
stopped watching. It's not bad though. Like if you ever want to watch something good, I like serial killer stuff too. So like it's
Yeah, big
cool.
time.
So is anybody have anything else to say, or?
No, I think that's about it for now.
Yeah.
Just follow us on. Well, like we said, we make some films. So follow Highland Films on Twitter, Instagram. Check us out on YouTube. Just check out a couple stuff. We're actually working on something bigger right now, so that should be really.
Keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, keep an eye out for that. Nothing like soon, possibly, but it all depends.
Coming months.
We'll be doing this at least once a week, so.
Yeah, definitely tune in every week for
Every week,
episodes
yeah.
of Cinemacast, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
I don't know. Next week the Oscars are on Sunday, so we might do one before or after.
Before or after, we could always do predictions.
Yeah.
Like, well, who we think should win.
Or the results, but yeah.
Yeah, I guess we'll figure
Definitely
that out.
talk about the results.
Yeah,
whether
results.
we agree or
I think
disagree
would
with
be
them.
good. Yeah.
We can do it, yeah.
But yeah, make sure you tune in every week, and thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening. See you next time.